Norman Quentin Cook has been hitting the decks since the early 80s. In the mid-90s, Norman transformed into Fatboy Slim and really got his groove on. In 2012, the celebrated British DJ rocked one of the world's biggest stages, the London Olympics. In recent years, he even remixed one of his biggest tracks to feature climate activist Greta Thunberg.
Right here, right now, right here, right now.
After 4 decades, he's still packing in the crowds, with 7 shows in New Zealand, including one tonight at the top of Auckland's Sky Tower. But for now, he's right here, right now.
Right here, right now, right here, right now.
Just a quick survey before we start. Who's here to see Fatboy Slim? Is that your entourage? Or...
My mum out there.
Yeah. Now tell me, did you get a weather forecast update? Because you're doing your show tonight, in fact, in about half an hour from the top of the Sky Tower.
No, because one thing I've learned over the last few days, never trust New Zealand weather. don't depend on it, don't plan anything around it. No, I think, well, I mean, the sun came out today. Hopefully we're going to get a sunset up the town tonight.
Yep.
But there's nothing's a given here.
February, it's always good.
Yeah, on the weather, actually. Last time you were here, I don't know if you remember, but there was a heat wave in Auckland. And now you've come again and there's a massive flood. Like, are you going to come back in a couple of years
Plagues
for the...
of locusts.
Yeah, that's it. You are going to come back with the plagues of locusts too?
I do them all. Keep inviting me to really bad stuff.
You've got a huge following. I think that's the biggest response we've ever had for a guest here at the project.
Pretty huge.
And you're in charge of getting the party started. But, you know, you're a dad like me. You can't be partying every night yourself anymore, are you?
No, I can't. There's Norman and there's Fatboy.
Right.
And Norman's a sensible dad and he's a responsible pillar of society, and Fatboy's just a lunatic. So, yeah, no, it's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde thing.
Right. And I understand there's a new generation coming through in your family, is that right?
Yeah, well, my son's actually a full-time DJ. He's 21, but my 13-year-old daughter, during lockdown, suddenly accidentally became a really famous DJ as Fatboy Slim.
Yes, yeah.
How
dare she? She's so gorgeous.
It was just something, as you can see, it was like very cheaply filmed in our lounge.
Yeah. She released it online. Did she have some...
Yeah, 9 million hits.
Just casually.
That was really funny. I know, when we got to like kind of 8 million, I was thinking, 40 years I've been doing this, all the hotels and everything. I've never played to that many people in my career. And she just effortlessly did it in the first go.
It's because she's cooler than everyone. Look at that video. How dare she?
If you watch that, she all the way through, she keeps telling me to stop showing off. It's not about you, Dad. It's not about you.
Because as cool as you are to everyone else, to your daughter, you're just dad, right?
Oh, no, but, well, they see that's the Norman side of me.
Right.
As a dad, it's my job to embarrass her.
You've come out and said, look, I don't need to release any new music. What, like, is...
I didn't say I don't need to. I'm incapable.
But I kind of love that you're just like, you know what, I've written the bangers, I've written the good stuff, and I'm going to take that out into the world.
Well, no, the thing is, if I felt I had some bangers in me, but at the moment, it's all about the passion.
Yeah.
Basically, you can't do something well unless you're absolutely passionate about it. And for 35 years, I was passionate about making tunes. And then something happened, and I kind of lost my thing. But I'm passionate about DJing.
Yeah.
And I think that shows. So, no, at the moment, all my focused energy is on DJing.
Do you think that more musical acts need to take a leaf out of your book and stop trying to flog that
I
deal?
couldn't possibly answer that.
Because I feel like, no, when you're in a concert, the last thing you want to hear is, and now something from the new album. It's like, no, bad play the hits.
It's so cool to have you here. You've obviously got a huge following, and I know it's been sort of up and down with the gigs, but you've rescheduled some, and now you've got a pretty busy schedule from now till you leave. So.
Yeah, I've got 5 on the bounce from tonight onwards.
So I'll tell people the Sky Tower tonight is sold out, but you can see...
Yeah, I'm literally on in about 35 minutes. So.
Meanwhile, here's some info. Coming up, Fatboy Slim live in Waiheke Island tomorrow, then Wellington, Queenstown and Taupo. Give it up for Fatboy Slim!